Hey everyone, so good to see you all back again. It's been 2 months, I think, so high time for another update. Today is going to be a bit of a special show. As we announced, we have Jan here today with us, and we're going to be doing a review of the last year. And I mean, so much has happened. It's going to be a lot of cool stuff to review with you guys. And then, as every year, we have our annual community awards, and we have a bunch of community members lined up to join us live on the show today. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's start by bringing Jan in. Here
Hello.
you go. Jan, how are you doing?
Good, good. And you?
I'm good. I was thinking, can you believe a year has gone by already since we last did this?
It was only a year ago.
Well, you were here on another show, but the last review was like in December.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that doesn't feel that long either. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I think this year went really by incredible fast. It feels at the same time so much happened, but at the same time it feels like I don't know, like it's totally compressed time-wise. Yeah.
It is very well. It's a crazy time with this company, and we're going to be talking about that a lot today. If you could pick one thing of the last year as your favorite thing, what would it be?
I guess it's probably the community growth and kind of thinking like what really happened. It's like in the beginning of the year, I had quite a few conversations with a lot of people and that never heard of n8n. Like that almost never happens this time anymore. And like every time I'm at a community event, it's just amazing to see like not just how big the community is these days and how many people are actually showing up there, but also kind of seeing the kind of excitement they have and the kind of passion that they bring there. It's like it sometimes honestly feels a bit surreal. Like just think about how many people build their livelihoods around n8n. Like they built on top of n8n, they built their own businesses and agencies around the products that kind of was literally a few years ago. There's almost nothing, and like how fast it has been grown since then. I think this year it showed it clearer than anything else. Yeah.
Yeah, it is crazy. And for those of you who don't know, Jan has started attending community events whenever he's around. And so last week he joined us in Amsterdam for the n8n builder session there. And so you might be lucky if you attend one of our meetups or workshops to run into him at some point.
I have to travel more, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Jan, let's zoom in a bit on what we did this year as a company and a product and community, and just chat about all of that a bit. So first of all, I think the big news is our funding, right? And not just one round, but two. Like, what happened here? What's the...
Good question. This was definitely the craziest. We actually closed. Actually, I would have to look it up. I guess almost exactly 1 year ago, we actually signed the term sheet for the Series B. We didn't announce it then till like much later in the next year. But obviously, actually, when we signed that funding round a year ago, we were still growing nicely, but in the beginning of the year, the growth kind of really started to accelerate a lot. And obviously, this growth kind of really enabled us, not just kind of extend the team, build and improve the product, and kind of build up a community. We kind of got people even more excited everywhere. And that's also kind of how we then, and also why we decided to kind of raise not just after the Series B, also the Series C, because we just realized we were suddenly this company, which was like at a very totally different stage. And this obviously this funding round kind of really empowers us to kind of finally kind of execute on a totally different level and kind of empower even more people out there and kind of build up the team with the kind of the right quality also. Like that's a nice thing. If you kind of suddenly are a unicorn, you have like more and more users and people are more excited, like that the people that suddenly you have access to that are willing to join you, because as an early stage startup, like not everybody wants to join an early stage startup because it's just very risky. There's you feel like it's just like moving there. Maybe you're gonna lose your job because they maybe go bankrupt tomorrow. Like what's really gonna grow out of them? But at this stage, like people are really excited about n8n and want to join us. They can really kind of attract not just a subset of the best people out there, but like the pool gets so much larger, and we can really keep on building this amazing team out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so doing 2 series in 1 year is not very common, is it? To investment rounds.
Becomes more common. You see it these days, it seems like, yeah.
Excellent. Well, another thing that grew like real fast this year is the number of GitHub stars, and I know you're passionate about that because of your developer background. So what does this mean to you?
Yeah, I think that's also quite interesting. Like if I think about if you see like this part of the bottom, like I don't know if you look like to 2021, like when it looks like more or less like we're growing very slowly. Like back then, like if you would actually remove the part in 2025, like we were growing like very nice. We were one of the fastest growing projects out there already. So like it was already like something that was already kind of one of the best ones. And then really just so if you would actually add now Elasticsearch there or other companies, like we have been like outgrowing them already before. And the last part, that's really the crazy part. We actually just looked it up the other day. Like if you just look at what kind of projects have the most GitHub stars, and then you look like when they got actually started, like there was actually only just one project, which is AutoGPT, that launched after n8n, it has more GitHub stars. It's like since we launched, there was actually except one project, there was no other project that grew faster than n8n to grow. And that's really outstanding, considering you can think about all the amazing projects that are out there, like having more GitHub stars, like many of the technologies we built on top, like something like a Node.js, and even when I started, I already had a lot of GitHub stars, and it's the kind of the default in so many different ways, and we kind of outperformed them now. I didn't expect that at all, to be honest.
It's also really cool to have this kind of transparency, since we're an open product, right? You can follow everything we do. You can actually see that kind of popularity. It's not us telling everyone how popular we are, but it's there on GitHub, so it is actually super validated. So we got new money, we got a bigger team. We're opening new places to work as well. We started offices in London and New York. Is there anything else on the horizon for us?
Like at the moment, we think about another office potentially in Boston right now, because actually we hired a lot of amazing people over there. There's nothing confirmed yet. And in the end, we are kind of a remote first company. So the plan is definitely not to kind of open a million offices out there, because the team is remote, and I think it's like this setup that have proven to work very well for us, because like this, we could attract like the best talent out there, which we talked about before already. So I don't think we're going to be a company that's going to take over the world with offices everywhere. But I guess at some point, something like San Francisco would also be something we're definitely going to consider. And I think it's just going to be required, considering like how much is happening in San Francisco, how many of our users and clients are out there. But I guess that's the one I would expect.
Our biggest community events are also in San Francisco. And Dylan just left a message here. I saw it, like his next meetup in San Francisco is on January 27. And that's one where you will be showing up as well, right? Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Excellent.
One, yeah. I think
amazing.
Last was actually, I remember, I don't know, was it a year or two ago? I think maybe you remember, like I was in San Francisco at that point in time as well. And we said, hey, let's just do something small. And we just said, hey, let's just invite some people and let them go to just meet up in a bar or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, like, again, how much we have grown. Like back then, literally, was it 3 people showed up? It's like, well, it's a very different scale.
Yeah, that bar won't be enough anymore. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, oh, it seems like I'm missing some slides here. We're also, growing a lot in terms of team, right? I know when I started 2 years ago, we were 35 people or so. What is the current count, Jan?
I think as of today, we're around 200. I think we're 210 with offers signed, or maybe 215. We still actually have a lot of interviews scheduled in tomorrow, and apparently also next week, even though I'm on vacation. It means like we definitely want to keep on hiring a few more people. The goal was to reach probably around 230 end of the year. I don't think we're going to totally make it, like with offers signed, but that's kind of the trajectory we are. And I think to kind of talk about the growth this year, I think beginning of the year we were 60. So again, it was more like than 3x growth already this year.
It's crazy, yeah. And that's, working at n8n is amazing because it's a really nice group of talented people. And, keeping that team culture intact, that takes a lot of effort, right?
Yeah, I think that's actually the part of the scariest thing a little bit. It's like the culture is always something that was always very important for us. And if you suddenly like hire so many people, you have to be very careful that you actually get the right people in. And that's hard. It's like hiring a lot of people is hard. Mm-hmm. Hiring a lot of people that are not just very smart, but also kind of fit the culture is definitely very challenging. I think we actually did an amazing job there. I think it worked out very well. Like we hired very great people. And again, we were at the company event we had in Crete this year. It's like, still feel like the same people we had 2 years, we kind of were able to kind of hire this year at a very different scale. And honestly, this was probably the hardest scaling time we will ever have. Like, again, we don't want to scale headcount like crazy. Like, there's never going to be another year where we want to 3x our headcount. It means like it was probably the most extreme time we will ever have, and that everything afterwards will become easier in one way at least. Yeah,
that sounds good. Yeah, and we're still hiring people, and if people who are watching this are interested, you can go to n8n.io/careers for information on what it's like to work with us, but also to see all the open positions. So please do that. Final question before I want to dive into the products. With all this growth and all this money, what happens to the community edition? This is something that I want to keep repeating every time, and I know people are sometimes concerned about that, so it's good to address it, right?
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. In the end, like there's should be no worries out there at all. Again, to make it clear that the reason why we got that money is because the investors are excited about the community we have built. Like that's one of the most outstanding things about the n8n is the community that we're able to build because of the free community version. It means it would be very stupid for us and nothing our investors would ever ask for, or anyone would ever ask for, to get rid of that. It's actually still the thing where we invest the heaviest in. Meaning like the money is mainly going literally in the free version of n8n. We have much more people working on the free version and on features we're giving away for free than we actually put in the kind of enterprise features. And it's also like our main focus is on adoption, meaning like we want that as many people adopt the product as possible. It means like it's in our interest to make sure it stays freely available and it's as good as possible, because you can only win the market if you have an amazingly free product. And if people now are scared, saying, hey, they build a great free product now, but they take away all the great features tomorrow, this is also something we don't have planned. It's like, I think I said it already a few times in the forum, and I think also in this kind of meetups, like I made a promise that free features were available for free, we're never going to take away and make them paid. Because again, that is what destroys the community, and is something that would be suicide in the end. So like nobody has to be scared there. The money really keep invested in the community version, because again, that's in the interest of literally everybody.
Yeah. And I think it's also, we don't talk about it a lot, but your philosophy is also that the community edition, that the free version should always contain every tool that a developer needs, right? And the paid versions are more about team and working in larger organizations, etc. So it's not like we're not crippling stuff. Like everything you need, everything essential is part of the free version always.
Yeah. I think like that's actually one thing I dislike a lot about a lot of open source tools out there. Like they always sound amazing, but you actually start using them and it becomes very clear that you can actually not use them in production at all. And the philosophy we have is like, what we want is that people can be very successful and run n8n in production with the free version. But after you reach a certain scale, if you're a large organization, you kind of really want to run a lot of workflows with a crazy amount of execution with a lot of users, those features are the ones you want to focus on and actually make paid. That's certainly not always as simple as it seems, because like sometimes you can go one way or the other. It means like hopefully we get it right the most time, and there can always be an argument made one way or the other, because saying, hey, that should be free for X or anything like that. And then like something like SSO, you can say it's a security feature, it should be available for free. But at the same time, it's also the kind of the feature that most enterprise organizations pay for. It's like, if you give this one away, like we would cripple our whole, like that's more or less what pays actually for the most money, and how we are able to kind of make sure and going to be available and sustainable in the long term. It means like there's no clear cut answer every time, but I think we always try to do our best to kind of find the right middle ground there.
Well, thanks for clarifying that again, Jan, and we'll keep repeating it. And like, community is very, very central to what we do at n8n. Fortunately for me and my team as well. Hey, I'm going to speed up a little bit because we have a lot of stuff to cover. So we're going to be touching on different features that we released this year, and I'm going to ask you to share your thoughts on that, like in one or two sentences, just like a quick observation of why we did certain stuff. I think the big one recently, we released V2. Like, what was V2 about?
Sorry, it's probably going to be more than 1-2 sentences. I'll still try to short. And then like we're kind of laying the groundwork for like a lot of important upcoming features. We did some canvas improvements. We kind of also added this kind of new paradigm, how you kind of activate workflows. There's not just this toggle anymore. You can actually save different versions, and you can say which one is live. And you don't have the problem anymore that you press Control S and by accident your kind of workflow goes in production and potentially breaks it. And also, I think it's very important to point out, like we changed two things that are important. Like we now want to be kind of secure by default. So a lot of settings are now set in a way that they're more the secure setting rather than the more open one, meaning especially for this organization, and people that really rely on it and that really need the most secure setup. Like we changed some settings there just to make sure n8n really becomes this very secure solution. And the other thing I want to point out, like we want to kind of release a lot more major versions moving forward. Like the plan is 1 or 2. And why do we do them? Because we obviously are growing, we're inventing ourselves. We kind of have to get rid of old baggage we built up over years. And I think what we did with version 2 was not just releasing like a new version. We also laid the groundwork to kind of make it much simpler for like version 3 or 4 to emerge, because we now have the tooling, we have the setup to make it super simple for like people to move from one major version to another. And so can make ensuring that n8n can keep on evolving and getting rid of this kind of old baggage out there.
Getting rid of your old original code, that means, sir.
Hopefully as much as possible. And at some point, all of it is horrible. So yeah, let's do that.
Also, autosave is now in the cards, right? That's going to happen real soon, I think.
Exactly. That was an important unlock that had to happen first. Also, again, with the kind of draft and publish stage. So I mean, that's in the works. I think we want to release it in the next, I think in January, February.
Fantastic. Yes. All right. Next one. AI workflow builder.
Yeah, that's actually one of the most exciting ones. Like it serves, especially like what we allow there is kind of, you can imagine this kind of vibe coding for n8n. Like we allow people to kind of write and describe what they want to build, and then AI goes to work and it spits out this workflow that you're able to use. Honestly, it's still in beta. There's still work to be done, but we are working hard on it. I think it's a feature a lot of people are excited about. And again, right now it's mainly focused on allowing our kind of more technical user base to get to success faster. We also hope it in the long term it's going to lower the bar, and also less technical people can also use n8n as well, and kind of it opens up those doors. But again, that's really something we are really excited about, and really I think it can drive a lot of usage and can bring people a lot of value as they can build even more workflows.
And AI Workflow Builder is available on cloud now only, but we do have plans to bring this to self-hosted instances too, right?
Exactly, that's the plan. Right now, like for technical reasons, because we are still having a lot of stuff to be figured out, like we're making it available for literally everybody would, again, create more depth and would make us slow down. That's why we're kind of moving a little bit slower there, making it a cloud, because literally can change everything as we own the whole experience. As soon as we add it up to everybody, like we add, again, tech debt, we have to support keys and certain things. And obviously, as AI is moving very fast, we cannot afford to slow down right now.
Perfect. Then another big one this year was the introduction of community nodes, or actually like community nodes on cloud for the first time.
Yeah, and that's actually something that I was waiting for years. So sad that we couldn't do it earlier. Like since the very first version that I created back then myself, you could sideload nodes. It was always not possible on cloud. Now finally it is, which is great. I think by now we already, I don't know, we have I think thousands of community nodes out there, but now having on cloud, we already have, I think, of 250 are already approved and accessible, and that in a secure way, meaning like people don't have to be scared that there's some shady stuff happening, like you have very often. It's kind of in NPM or other things. It's like I think it just opens up like this whole new world, and it also allows all of this publishers, all of this kind of SaaS tools out there to create their own nodes to support them and provide really the best experience. Because honestly, we couldn't support all these nodes ourselves. Like if we kind of wanted to build all of the integration, especially maintain them ourselves, like our team wouldn't be able to kind of add any of the nice fancy features we are working on right now. We would just spend literally all of our time on supporting nodes. That's why it was a very important step to make community nodes finally as good as the regular nodes in n8n.
And you mentioned that they're all secure, so we're actually reviewing every node that we approve. We're working both with community members; those are called community verified nodes, but we also have partner nodes. So we also have contacts with companies who want to maintain these nodes for us, right?
Exactly, but I think that's why it's set it for the people that submitted nodes. It doesn't take that long because we're not doing anything. It's just that the queue got very, very long. And then because we want to do a good job, we cannot just send it through and then kind of risk our users there. I think, but hopefully that time is worth it.
Amazing. We actually have a separate category for community nodes in our community awards later in this show as well. Yeah. All right, let's take a quick look at data tables. Another thing that we introduced just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, data tables is something we actually thought about it in the very beginning of n8n, but it's something I deprioritized very fast because it seemed like the thing that was going to be super helpful, but was not needed for the core experience. But I think something we did run again and again and again into that it would just make the experience so much better. Like every time you wanted to save some kind of small amount of data, or even kind of medium-sized data, like you always were reliant on this external service that you had to set up first. And like this really empowers like finally users to kind of not having to set it up, and kind of makes the whole process faster to build, but also made even the experience of another feature we're going to talk about later, which is kind of our evaluation feature, like much more native and better. So I think like that's definitely one of the most requested features we had. And I think I'm very happy that we finally could get it through the door as well.
Yeah, all right. You know what? Now that you mentioned evaluations, I'm going to skip over this one and we can jump straight here, and then I'll go back to ChatHub. So
yeah,
now we're entering AI space, right? Which is like a part of our core activities at this point. What does evaluations do, and like how does that make us different from other platforms?
in the end, like you can imagine it like testing for AI. It's like in a code-based world, like everybody was supposed to write tests. But if you didn't write a test, the world normally didn't end because things kept on working. Because if you didn't change anything, like it just worked. The problem with AI is like models change. Like it's even a small model version change from one day to another. It could have totally different results. You have still have the same prompt, but suddenly get something very differently. And you have to kind of need a way to kind of see if what worked yesterday still works tomorrow as well. And to kind of see how the behavior changed between different models, and for example, also compare different models with each other. So it's kind of this way to kind of track the reliability of this kind of AI workflows or agents you build inside of n8n. I think it's actually one of the things I think people really underappreciate a lot, like having that it built inside of n8n. Especially, I think that's definitely the one thing. If people watching and they didn't check it out yet, but they built AI-related things inside of n8n, I think that's probably the time they could spend the best, especially over the Christmas days, figuring that, like, checking that out and kind of learning and adding this kind of revelations to their AI workflows. That's really going to be really, like, that's just one of the biggest steps on reliability and kind of speed they can move forward that they probably are able to get.
Agreed. Yes, it's we don't see a lot out there on social media. We do have a couple of like very fun activities where people are working on security and hacking workflows, etc., and using evaluation. But we'll see more of that. We also just got approval from Dr. Pure Eval. I saw a quick comment pop up on our screen, so that's awesome. Then another thing that is in beta right now, it's not quite fully released, is our AI chat hub. What is the chat hub and why do we think it matters?
In the end, the idea behind it is simple. Like, I think, like, right now, many people and also many organizations are looking for this kind of one AI solution they can bring into the organizations. And I think what's happening right now is you need like multiple solutions. You need a solution like an n8n. They can kind of build this more complex workflows, this more complex agents that, again, is only accessible for the more technical people. But at the same time, you need this other tool where it kind of enables your less technical people to kind of consume those workflows and also kind of to simply do this kind of one-off tasks. Like, do a simple rec thing, chat with your PDF and things like this. And the idea with the chat hub is you kind of bringing it together into one product, meaning like organizations can now serve both of the user bases at the same time. We also had a problem in the past that, like, this technical people built this great agents, and then they had to share like a URL with the organization. I don't know where they put it. And then it was very hard to kind of find this agents again, or kind of even discover them in the first place. With the chat hub, what you do is you have this chat trigger node. You literally have a checkbox, say, give access via chat hub, and then literally everyone in the organization can see that agent, and it kind of can very in an easy way just discover all of them and kind of use them, but also just chat with any kind of model out there. Meaning an organization, for example, or any kind of private person doesn't want to be bound to like just one single provider, like OpenAI via ChatGPT, can use the n8n chat hub and can then just use it via that. They have like this one tool. They don't even have to change when they move to a different model, or like one model, like OpenAI is better for Y and Gemini better for X. Like, you can just literally change in the same chat. You can even change the model from one to another. I think it's also this thing that people are probably not excited about enough yet. We also didn't talk about it enough yet. And also, honestly, it's still beta. It's still very basic. There's still a lot of functionality still missing. But I think that's really going to be make a big difference moving forward as well, to kind of really allow people to kind of discover and especially kind of use many of those models. In the next step is also planned. One problem we have right now is also that, for example, you build like a great agent that uses your Google Calendar. Like, right now, you literally would have to kind of copy that workflow for each user and authenticate there. The idea is also that with the chat hub, you can literally authenticate, and the user can authenticate in there and can use the same agent across the whole organization. You can really, a lot of workflows that are really would be almost impossible to deploy right now in a whole organization or in a bigger group of people, going to be very simple moving forward.
Nice. And you can also give n8n users access only to the chat hub, right? And not to the workflow builder part.
That's correct. That's chat, only users as well.
Yeah. Fantastic. Very exciting. And yeah, as I mentioned, this is still in beta, and that's why we're not making a lot of noise around it. So the tricky thing about working in an open organization like this is we develop in public, right? Everyone can see what we're doing. As soon as we tag a release, it's out there. And then usually the marketing team is like running to catch up and prepare material about it. But yeah, we're still testing. I suppose this will go like fully live in a couple of weeks after the new year.
Yeah, I think, like, again, it's already, I think this week is probably already in the, no, I think next week is going to be in the stable version. So this week already, honestly, I'm not sure.
Okay.
It means people can access it already in the n8n instance as version 2.1 or something. And again, the proper release is going to be the next year. Yeah.
Excellent. So, also, if people want to know more about it, there are already a couple of videos out there on YouTube, so you can already learn a lot about it. Okay, so hopping over to MCP, which is also going to connect it to this chat hub, right? Because we can connect workflows, instances. We have workflow clients and servers, and like, how did this help n8n become even more useful?
I think that like MCP was definitely a big thing for n8n, like because like we made it very simple that people can kind of build their own MCP server, but also very easily kind of consume this MCP servers externally. And it's also something we doubled down, like making it easy to kind of really make out of your whole n8n instance that this is this MCP server and consume even more external services as well. So I think MCP, I think it's amazing, and we definitely believe very heavily into it at n8n. We're going to build even more features around it because I think it's one of the things that kind of really allows you kind of connect those kind of AI pieces very easy together. Also, it's going to come to the chat hub. It's not there yet, but it's one of the things we're going to work on next to kind of allow access to MCP tools there as well.
And we're also working with external, with third parties now, right? So you can connect from Claude or you can connect from Lovable. So it becomes very integrated in the entire ecosystem now.
Exactly.
Yeah, brilliant. All right, hopping over to a few key things that we did for cloud and enterprise this year. I think one of the big changes was that we released the idea of a maximum number of active workflows, and now we're only looking at number of executions, right? So why can you say a few words about why we made that change and why we think it's important?
Sure, yeah. Like, and again, we removed that limit, especially like on cloud, because that's like really aligned now what's important for us as a company. Like also like internally, the thing we care about most is not revenue right now. Like the main focus of the company is that people kind of adopt the product, that they get real value out of it. And like, how do you track value? It's like by as many people adopting the product and as many people building workflows that provide value for them. So it means the thing we are tracking is how many workflows did the people activate. As we had before, the kind of the limit on active workflows that you paid per active workflow, that obviously didn't work out very well, because if you kind of check the thing people are paying for and you want to maximize that and you don't want to maximize on revenues, it doesn't work out very well. That's why we wanted to ensure like to making this thing for free, kind of this kind of unit of real value, and kind of really have only one left on cloud, which is really just this the execution part. I think it works out very well. I think people are building more, and I think that is
right.
What we wanted. Like we wanted that people again get real value out of the product, and again, this value is each active workflow. And I think like I think that is going to be one of the things I'm still also. I think it took us a long time to figure that out and think it through about all the advantages and disadvantages. But as soon as it was done, I'm quite happy about it, because again, I think what you want is this kind of that your pricing should be very aligned with what you care about a company before there was a big misalignment and it caused really problems fast.
Yeah, but also for users, like as a workflow developer, you wanted that freedom to experiment and build and see what works for you. So yeah, you don't want that restriction on it. I think it was a great move.
Yeah. Also, like it's also bad if you kind of have two different things you restrict by: active workflows and executions. It just makes it much simpler if it just has one single metric rather than having multiple ones people have to worry about.
Yep. Another one that we built is the Insights dashboards, and you have a simple version of this in the community edition. But once you're on cloud, you get this full dashboards. How did this help us?
In the end, like in the past, there's something people always wanted, and even a lot of people actually hack their own dirty solutions together themselves. Like maybe not dirty in code, but it means like it wasn't built into n8n. It was like external, and it was like very error prone. And I think we definitely saw the need very early on from both, especially as a lot of people that kind of wanted to use n8n in the organizations and kind of very often said, hey, we want, for example, this fancy enterprise features, but how can it make them the people in my organization understand like how much value n8n is actually providing? And that feature actually allows that. You can very easily track now like how much time a workflow is saving for you. And also we're actually adding some addition there as well. Right now it's quite basic, where you can just save for each execution a time saved. I'm not sure if you already released it, but now it's much more granular, where you can like do it dynamically, how much time is saved, and by defining it via node. I think that's really impactful, just to kind of give people a better understanding how much value does n8n provide. I think as a private person, it's very interesting, and say, hey, I'm actually having some perfect impact for me personally. but even more for these organizations, because like you have to be able to kind of tell the leader above you, like why do you want to have it? What kind of impact is it driving? And I think that really helps people already right now to kind of bring more adoption of n8n to their peers as well.
Great. Last one, we already had versioning for enterprise, but now we also have a visual workflow diff.
Yeah, and that's actually like something that we also got quite asked a lot for about, and like it's obviously quite hard to kind of, before, like you saw, like there was something, like there was one version to another, and you kind of pushed something via our kind of the staging feature through GitHub, and you had no idea what actually changed. And like now having this kind of visual indication, just allowing people to very easily see what changed and what kind of potential impact it has, is something people really needed and asked for. And I think that is the kind of things where I think it's what we had a conversation about before. Like this is the kind of thing where you can say, hey, that would be amazing to have for free for everybody. But it's not the thing that doesn't allow you to kind of use n8n in production. It's like a lot of things is nice to have, and it becomes more and more important the more mission critical the workflows become that you use in your large organization. But at the same time, it is not the thing that would hold you back kind of deploying n8n in any kind of meaningful fashion.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
We done many other things. We built folders. We built a workflow tidy function that makes your workflow look great again. We improved the logging. We can now automatically convert node groups to sub workflows. There's so many things. Like we could be talking here for hours, right? But I think we can be really, really proud what we achieved with our product just this year. It's wild, and I hope for everyone the next year is going to be even better. Now, I want to take a quick detour from products and have a quick chat about community, because as we mentioned in the introduction, it's also very central to what we do at n8n. From my personal perspective, when we talked last time, it was just me running community with a freelancer, and now it's 5 people already, and I think next year it's going to bring way more. It allows us to do so many more interesting and amazing activities for you guys, and I just want to flip through a couple of them real fast. So this July we had the first n8n Fest, which had no reason other than that we just wanted to have an evening of fun with you guys, and over 200 people visited. A lot of them flew in from like United States, Brazil, all over Europe, etc. What did this do to you, Jan?
That was really crazy. Again, I think it was the first time where I really kind of felt the passion. Like again, before I maybe saw it online, and we never really had kind of this kind of scale of an event in person. I think it does seeing like how big the community is, but especially like how much time they invested just coming for like literally like there was no agenda. It was literally just go together, have fun. But there were no talks except in the beginning that they welcome. It's just having n8n community members meeting other ones and the people inside of the organization as well. I think that was just great that you can just do this. Like this event is literally just for connection and having fun, and people still fly around the world for that. It's quite surreal, to be honest.
Yeah, you got a tattoo as well, right? Removable.
Yeah, removable one. It was actually gone faster than I expected. They told me like 2 days, and the next morning was gone. At least it was on my pillow, so it was still there, but not where I wanted it.
Are we going to do another fest, Jan?
I hope so. It's on you. Yeah.
Yes, we are. Yeah, and we'll get a real tattoo artist this time. All right.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. Slightly more serious. We also did n8n Builders Berlin, which was our first like step out into doing a full conference. You were one of the speakers. What do you think of that?
It was great. I think this was a great trial to kind of really build up something bigger in the future. I think it's again just having like a conference with like literally multiple tracks in parallel where you miss stuff, but I actually missed a lot of the other sessions that were happening. I think again also the same thing again with the community, just seeing how excited they were and kind of just seeing what people were building and the kind of the conversations we had, and also like people again from people that use it privately to like even large organizations where people came by, or also people from other SaaS companies I talked to, and kind of they shared how even n8n make a difference there for them as well. I think I really love all kind of events, and I'm really looking forward to kind of having kind of bigger conferences in the future, because I think that's going to be probably even more amazing, getting even more n8n people together in one room, or at least in one location.
Yeah. And like people already kind of know, but we are planning to do a proper conference next year, and we already started preparations for it and thinking about it. This one's going to be quite a bit bigger than Builders Berlin, and it's I'm very much looking forward to it. Final things from my point of view, we did a lot of meetups, we did a lot of workshops together with our partner Avenai. We met thousands of people this year all across the world. It's been really amazing. We've had, I checked, we had over 100 events on our event calendar this year. Most of us were by us or our ambassadors, but also other people just spontaneously organize stuff in their town, right? Everything is happening right this year. That must make you feel really good as well. That kind of excitement of just putting in that much time.
Yeah, and also it's also just amazing to see that other people outside of n8n organize n8n events, and also the locations it's happening. I think you have some slides about it later as well. But that we're having events at locations I never thought we even have a community there, and then we actually have events with over 100 people showing up there in the most random locations. And I think that is really again the power of a community, but again that's where I really feel the love and the excitement. Yeah, I could be more. It's really great.
Yeah. Way more, many more activities are happening next year. We are growing our ambassador program. We are continuing our sessions. We're doing the conference. We're doing the fest. So it's going to be busy and a lot of fun. One other thing that we recently started doing, Dylan from the community team has launched an n8n podcast where he's talking more about the business side of things with people building companies around n8n. So if that's your kind of thing, search for n8n podcast and you can find it on all the major podcast platforms. I think, Jan, that concludes our bit. Do you have any closing thoughts for us?
I just want to say thank you for the whole community, for this amazing year. Obviously, it wouldn't have been possible without all of you, especially the ambassadors and the navigators and everybody who really not just shared the word and also helped other people as well, because I think that's what the community is about. It's not just taking, it's giving. We have so many people that give, and I think that's the most amazing thing. We just build think that we just seeing that the kind of culture we try to build internally, we also have in our community as well. I think that is the most special thing, because it feels like almost all the people that are part of our community could be also inside of n8n as well. This is what we want. Yeah. So thank you for everybody, and they're really happy about this year, and I look very excited to see what actually happens next year as well.
Well, I will see you next December and we can talk about it.
Sounds great. Yeah. Hopefully earlier.
Hey, Jan, thanks so much for your time, and see you again soon.
Thank you. Bye. Take care.
Bye-bye. All right, everyone. And we're slightly delayed. Sorry about that, but this was just too interesting to hurry through. Right now, we're switching to community awards. And similar to last year, we have rewarded people in different categories. We'll be going through all of them. But before I do all that, I would like to show you the reward we'll be giving all you guys. So here's a quick video to show it. And this, of course, is the fabulous n8n logo light built by Mario Harman, another community member. Mario has been experimenting with these lights for a while, and we've been using them at our events, and they're amazing. I have one on my desk right now as well. So for all the winners today, we'll be contacting you today or tomorrow and tell you how you can claim your LED lights. And I hope you will like it. So, oh, and in addition, you'll get the fabulous Community Awards badge on the forum if you have an account there as well. So let's start by talking about forum support. This is our first category. And we started something new this year because we were growing so fast. We needed to have additional help on the forum. And we started this program called Answer and Earn. So the most active users were providing the most answers. We were getting the most confirmation of their answer. They can earn cash and some swag, and they're put on our radar. And this year, the top 3 community members in that category were Mohamed Anan, Solomon Salo, and Mikhail Savenkov. And I'm very happy to have Solomon here on the line. Let me just add him here. Oh, let's try again. Hey, Solomon, how are you?
Hey, Bart, thank you so much.
Nice to meet you, man. Tell us a bit about yourself and how you work with n8n.
I'm from Brazil, and I started working with n8n by building templates and providing services. And then I recently partnered with Simon Scrapes. We became business partner this year, earlier this year. And well, I really appreciated the awards, the recognition. A lot of what I share comes from learning from other members of the community. So I now do a lot of that support. I still do it in my own communities with Simon, but the spirit is the same. We share what works, we document it, we make things easier for the next person.
Brilliant. Well, you're always at the top of the forum, so thank you so much for helping us help our community as well. And yeah, the n8n Lite will be on its way to you soon. Enjoy.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
See you around. Bye.
See you. Bye.
All right. Category number 2 is GitHub support. And this is a bit of a new one. Like last year we had it, but we have a new program inside n8n now that has just started last month, if I'm right. And in this program, we're looking for people who want to help us both by prioritizing and reproducing bug reports specifically. And this helps us process the fixes faster. Right now, we have 5 helpers, and we're looking to add another 10 in Q1. This is a program that John is running, and he is sending all you guys his love. Let's see. Yes, I have Mookie on the line here. So, hey, Mookie, welcome to the stream. Do you hear me? Okay, I'll keep him online for a second while I play a video by our second winner, Ong Di, and I'm going to play that now for you.
Hi everyone, I'm Dishong from Malaysia, and I'm truly honored to be nominated for the n8n Community Awards. I've really enjoyed contributing to n8n over the past few months. It's such an amazing project with a welcoming community, and it's been rewarding to help improve the platform. A massive thank you to John, Bart, and the entire n8n team for this recognition. And thanks to everyone in the community for being so supportive. I'm excited to keep contributing, hope to continue being part of this amazing community for years to come, and can't wait to see what we build together.
Well, that is amazing. I'm going to see if I can bring Mookie in again. Hey, Mookie, can you hear me now? We don't hear you, I'm afraid. Let's give it a few more seconds.
What about now?
Yes, perfect.
Hi, thank you for welcoming me. It's a big honor, really. The reason why I attended this event is because I wanted to help the community and pay back the help that they provided me when I first started n8n. It's I hope to see the n8n community grow bigger in 2026 December. And special thanks to the n8n team for their generosity. I really like the swag. They're coming on their way. Thank you all.
Brilliant. Thanks for being here, man.
Bye-bye.
Okay. All right. The third member disassembled. He wasn't able to make it today, but we'll still send you your prize as well if you're watching. Third category, community nodes. I already discussed it with Jan. We have over 250 right now, and we have a very long list of community nodes to review. We picked the 3 community nodes that were the most popular right now, and I'm excited to bring in Mohamed Azari here, who built the Google Search Console node. We also have Nader Haidari, who built the Streak node. And Anderson Roja is not able to join us, but he built a Power BI node for us. So let's see. I'm going to start with Mohamed. Hey, Mohamed, how are you?
Hi, everyone. I'm Mohamed Reza. First of all, thank you to the n8n team and the community for the I truly appreciate it. I started building community nodes because the n8n give you a lot of power without forcing complexity. It makes automation feel practical, not abstract, and motivated me to contribute back. What really stands out to me is the community itself. People their ideas, they share solutions, learn from each other, and help improve the ecosystem. I'm excited to keep building and contributing more in the future. Thanks again, and congratulations to all of the names.
Thank you so much, and thanks for being here with us today. Your LED light will be on its way soon. Thank you. I just heard that Anderson Roja did, in fact, make it to the stream. Hey, Anderson.
Hey. Hi, I am Anderson Rocha from Brazil, and I'm really happy to be able to contribute to the community with the Power BI node, and I hope to contribute even more in the coming year. Thank you very much, Bart.
Fantastic, and thanks for your help, man. The community nodes are amazing. Thank you. Yeah. Next up, let's see if Nader made it. I don't think he did. And that's too bad, because we're a big fan of his node. He built the Streak node, and that's something that the community team is using internally a lot as well. So Nader, I hope to connect with you sometime later then. Cool. Let's continue to the next area, the template creators. So I just checked. We are very close to hitting 7,500 templates on our template library. And again, these templates are carefully checked. They're not just AI generated, but we know that they work. They're fully documented, so we provide quality, and you can find pretty much any use case that you care about, and use it for your own projects. It's all free. It's very, very high quality. And let me see if all went well. I have Robert here. Yep, here we go. Robert, hey, how are you?
Hey, good.
So, Robert, you were building, I'm checking my notes, 91 templates this year, which is quite a bit. What happened?
Oh, I've just been putting up everything that I could. Every idea I have, I keep putting up there.
Brilliant, man. And can you tell us a bit about yourself and like what you do with n8n in your life?
Yeah, I am an AI consultant specializing in n8n and data science, and I build workflows and help automate things for people. And I really love n8n.
Fantastic. And also, you recently joined as an ambassador, didn't you?
I did. I joined as an ambassador, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. Going to be planning some events in New York, Philadelphia, and maybe Washington, D.C. in the United States.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for your help, Robert, and thanks for showing up here today. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Bye. Then I have a video from David, who is also a template builder, and he submitted even more than Robert, 107 templates. Here he is.
Hi, everyone. I'm Davide from Italy. First of all, thank you to the n8n team and to the community for this nomination. I've been working in digital solutions for over 15 years. Using n8n in my workflow has been fantastic and very productive, both for me and for my clients. I really enjoy creating templates that makes automation simple and useful in real projects. The n8n community is inspiring, supportive, and full of amazing people. I'm very happy to be part of it. Thank you, and keep building great automation.
Thanks, David. Thanks for that video. That's great. I just saw that Nader still made it into the live stream. He built a Streak node for us, so I'm going to invite him onto the camera now. Hey, Nader, how are you?
Good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, you sound great. Yeah. So tell us a bit about you and your Streak node.
All right. Well, I'm Amir Hideri. I've been a software engineer for probably almost 15 years at this stage. And I built Streak to help my friend with his running his business. And we thought, hey, let's just, add it to the community nodes and, make it work really, really well. And it seems to have taken off, and very happy. I love n8n. I use it for a lot of tools, home automation, and very happy to be here right now with everybody.
All right. Your timing was impeccable because we had just started using Streak in the community team, and having a node really made a lot of our processes a lot easier. So thank you for that.
No problem.
Okay, man. Thanks for being here. Bye. Perfect. This brings me to the next category, which is social media. And if you are on LinkedIn, you must have noticed that Twitter that we're exploding there. And I'm really happy to have some of our key members with us today. First is Ollie, and Ollie is one of our n8n stars on social. And this is the note I received from my team. His posts are generally funny, smart, and unmistakably him. The kind of content that makes you stop scrolling and think, yeah, that's so n8n. We love the memes, the tone, and the consistency that you bring, Ollie.
That's very kind. Does this officially make me an influencer now?
I guess so. Is it good or not? That's
it's very easy to talk about such a great product. So I'm always very happy to talk very fondly about n8n. But I mean, one of the reasons we bought n8n to Huel about 6 months ago was all the community and the support that you get and the content that's available. So thank you for creating such a great product and such a great community around it as well.
Well, and thank you, Ollie. You're not only doing great work on social media, but I know that you're running an internal community in Huel for n8n as well. So that's something I want to look a little deeper into with you and see if we can use it as a template for other companies to help them as well.
I'm more than happy to talk about that at a future community event.
Fantastic. All right, thanks. Your LED light will soon be on its way, so you can shine in your internal team as well.
Look forward to it.
Thank you. Take care. Bye. Next up, let me see if he is here. Yes, it's Amal. Amal is right now in the middle of an 18-hour live stream. I don't know how he does it. Amal, I have this note for you. If LinkedIn had a step counter for content creation, Amal would be miles ahead. From videos and podcasts to photos and in-depth stories, his output and energy never seem to run out. His posts are thoughtful, personal, and consistently engaging. Highest energy on social media? No contest. Amal takes it. And I think that very accurately summarizes you, right?
Yes, and after these 18 hours also on Instagram and TikTok, because I'm building with vibe coding and n8n to generate short reels from my n8n podcast and all the videos I'm generating around n8n, and kind of like a byproduct, all these scroll short reels and live streaming it live. So for 18 hours, we're at hour number 3 right now, and another 15 hours to go.
Right. So after this show is over, where should everyone go to see you sweat out the next 15 hours?
On emilsire.com. As you see my name, emilsire.com/live. You can find a button, click it, you'll find me there, building it live in real time, and let's see how it goes.
Well, thanks, Amal. Good luck with your marathon, and we'll be talking soon.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Cheers. All right. The last social media influencer, I suppose, is Oscar, and Oscar couldn't make it, but he did share a video with us.
Hi everyone, Oscar here. I just wanted to say a huge thank you for featuring me in n8n Community Awards. 3rd year in a row, that means a lot to me. This year was super busy. We had We Are Developers event in Berlin. We had n8n Fest. I did n8n podcast together with Dylan, and also we had Agentic Roast by the end of this year, which was also super cool. Thank you very much for every cool chat that we had together here in community, and yeah, see you next year. Cheers.
Oscar was also with us at We Are Developers in Berlin earlier this year, along with 3 other community members, and it was amazing to spend a couple of days with him. So thanks, Oscar. The notes that I have here on you, because I think you're entitled as well, is Oscar is the definition of calm and consistent. He keeps dropping high-quality posts and videos with explanations that actually make things click. Plus, the GIFs, demos, and walkthroughs are always on point. a steady, chilled presence online with content that never misses. Well, I think that is a very accurate description as well. So thank you. Let's continue to our next category, YouTube creators, because like LinkedIn, well, even more so, YouTube exploded this year, and we invited a couple of our top content creators to introduce themselves to you. And the first one is Nate. He is by far the #1 content creator in the n8n universe. His channel right now has over 200,000 users, 18 million views, and over 275 n8n videos. Nate, you're wearing the Christmas hat, and I should have thought of that myself.
I am. Last year you had it on, so I thought we'd be matching today.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Next time, yes. So
Yeah,
go ahead,
thanks for
introduce
having me.
yourself, and yeah, tell us a bit about what you do with n8n.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been doing YouTube for a little over a year now with n8n, and I remember last year when you guys had me on, we talked about how I had just quit my full-time job. So to think about where we've come in the past year, and also how much n8n has grown in the past year, it's been really cool. But yeah, man, you forgot to shout out the Agentic Arena earlier. I got to give a huge shout out to Max and Marcel for that as well.
It's true. That should have been in the community section. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
No worries, no worries. I know there's a lot going on over there, so.
Yeah. All right, Nate. Well, thanks, man. It's like your YouTube videos, they really help. I just watched the one on the n8n chat hub that you made earlier so that I could understand it before talking about it on this show. So just as a small illustration how useful they are. Thanks so much. Our light will be on its way to you soon as well.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, man. Bye. Next up, I have Jono Cadliff. Jono's channel
How's
has
it going?
I'm good. How are you? Yeah.
It's good to see you.
You have a channel with over 100,000 subscribers. We saw you have 5.3 million views and 228 n8n videos. Where do you guys find the time to make so many videos on our product?
Honestly, it's easy. I mean, it's a great product to talk about, and the thing is it's just automating all those tasks in your day, in your business. It's just life-changing. So it's nice to be able to talk about something that I'm super passionate about. And it's nice to see that there's a community of people that are also equally passionate about it as well.
Mm-hmm. Any plans for the next year?
Just produce as much content as possible, grow the ecosystem, and be able to help as many people out.
All right. That sounds good to me. It's absolutely. And for people who are watching now, we have an internal YouTube creators program as well. So we have roundtables with them. We're helping them, like we're sharing some information early so you guys know what you can make videos about. So if there's other YouTube creators interested in that, just keep creating your videos. We'll pick you up and contact you at some point and make sure that you're in the loop as well.
Sounds good. But huge shout out. You guys are doing an awesome job. Like your team's amazing. Love talking to all the n8n people, and also just the communities is incredible. So you guys are doing something really powerful here. So thank you.
Fantastic, Jono. Thanks for joining us today, man. Thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks so much.
All right. Cheers. Great. Then finally, we arrive at the n8n ambassadors. And we started this year with about 30 ambassadors. We are close to 70 now, and our plans are to grow that like by a number of steps again next year, making sure that we can have events around the world in places near you. We selected these 3 candidates because they have been doing amazing work with us. And the first one is Marcel, or should I say Dr. Pure Eval.
I had the same question. Who is getting the award?
Exactly. Yeah, Marcel, I think you are like, whenever we think about ambassadors, you are like the prototype of creative and energetic and everywhere all the time. We've done several events with you, many meetups. We are developers. You've hosted a couple of hackathons for us. You have done the Agentic Arena, of course, but also the AI Agent Roast Show. Tell us a bit about yourself. Like, what's happening?
I wouldn't say I just love community that much, but honestly, it's just so much fun. I've been using n8n for years now, and I had last year, I would say, my agent year, where I was building a lot of agents, and this year I was like, I want to speak more about that and do this as ambassador, which like enables me a lot, and like giving something back to the community with great events. And I don't know, it's Agent Roadshow was fun. Agentic Arena was definitely fun. But now I will also try something like the co-working events here in Berlin. So I'm just, like exploring how we can make tech events, especially n8n events, much more enjoyable. And yeah.
Yep. They don't have to be boring, right? You can do fun stuff. You can do edutainment. And I think you're the prime example of that. Yes. Marcel, thanks so much. I'll see you again soon. Okay, bye. Next up, let me see. No, my next two ambassadors are not here, unfortunately. I was hoping to welcome Claire, our ambassador from Paris, who's been doing several events with us as well, ranging from meetups to doing No Code Milan, and running several workshops for us as well. Always very energetic. Oh, look at that. She just popped in. Hey, Claire, I was just praising your work for the ambassador program. It looks like you're walking around in Paris now.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So this year was so incredible with working with n8n, meeting the team. It was a wonderful time, and it was really nice to have you all together with us in whole events. And I'm really, really happy to continue this journey with you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Claire. It's always a pleasure. And I'll see you again in Paris soon, I'm sure.
See you soon.
Thank you. Bye. And then last, I was waiting for Luis Fonseca from Brazil, our ambassador from Sao Paulo. Luis, let me see. No, I don't think he's run anymore. He was here a minute ago. Doesn't matter. Luis has been doing a lot of amazing work, running several large meetups, doing a lot of online activities, and he recently did a couple of trade shows on our behalf as well. So we're very happy having Luis around and helping us become more connected to the Brazilian community, which is huge and insanely active. I think this brings us to the end of our live stream. I wanted to celebrate all our rock stars once again. You guys really make a difference, so keep doing whatever you're doing. I hope to see some of you here like next year or like sooner than that, actually. We'll be contacting you with information on how to claim your LED lights, and we hope you will enjoy it a lot. As always, I will have an after party. Let me just throw up the link here. If you want to chat, maybe like talk a bit about your own projects or just hang out with us, go to this link and we'll be there on Google Meet to talk to all you guys. I'm going to leave this on the screen for a minute and I will see you on the other side in a bit. So thank you and take care. Bye.